So for the hit single that came from the Better Call Saul theme show,
Yeah,
that was actually recorded with Virgil, correct?
it was. Yeah, I mean, the full song was written after I'd written the theme for the series, because the original brief was they wanted a 20-second guitar theme for the start of the show, and it was only later on when they chose our theme for the show that they asked if we were considering turning it into a full-length song, and if we were, they would put it on a soundtrack for the first season. So the full song came later.
That you've just completely blown my mind because I'd always pictured it that you had recorded this song. This was a great song, and they had listened to it on the radio, or somebody was in the UK and said, "That's our song." They called you up, so it did not go down like that at all, actually.
No, well, the music director was based in LA for the series, Thomas Golovich, and Thomas liked a song of ours on our second album called "Why Don't You Do It," and he liked that kind of guitar sound, guitar style. He said, "Would you consider maybe writing something a bit in this vein that we can cut dead on 20 seconds for the beginning of each episode?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And we gave him a lot of different versions of similar things, that were all 20 seconds long. But it was only later someone approached us again. It might have been Thomas, said, "Look, they want to do a soundtrack album of the first season. If you turn it into a song, would you like to put it on the album?" I'm like, "Yeah, we'd love to." And there's no rush, you've got a couple of months. I was like, "Cool." And then after about 6 weeks, we got an email said, "Have you got that song yet?" And we were like, "No." And so we had to write it really quickly and record it. So we had to do it in a couple of weeks or something. So I wrote the song in a week, and then we recorded it. And, so it was quite a tight deadline, a bit like writing the themes were a tight deadline as well. But yeah, it came good.
The original 20-second, how long do you think that took to prepare, and how many different ones did you give them at the time?
Well, I spoke to Thomas on a Thursday evening. It would have been an afternoon his time. And he said, "Could you give us some variations?" So this was Thursday. I said, "When do you need them by?" And he went, "Oh, Monday." And I just went, "Yeah." And then after I ended the call, I was like, "Shit, Monday," sorry, swearing. I was like, "Oh no, Monday." So I had to sort of cancel other plans for the weekend. And I called up Virgil and said, can we go in the studio and record these on Monday? I've got to write. And he asked for 17 different options. So I wrote 17 20-second themes, and we went in the studio and recorded them on the Monday. And because they were really short, we just mixed them all and sent them off on a Monday night. Virgil sent them off. And then after about a week, we didn't hear anything. And after a week, Thomas came back and said, "They're great. Can you give me 12 more?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I said, "When do you need them by?" I was like, "Monday." So same thing, next weekend. Did another 12. We record them on the Monday, send them off. And it was then we found out that other writers were pitching for it as well. So it wasn't a dead cert that we were going to get picked for the theme. And then we found out, several weeks later that they'd chosen one of ours. And we couldn't believe it. We were over the moon.
And then you said a little while longer they came back for the full song, and that took about 2 weeks to prepare for them. A week to write it, a week to record it.
Yeah, we managed to record it really quickly. We actually recorded a different version for our album because we felt like we were in a bit of a rush. So we actually recorded two versions. The album version is slightly different to the soundtrack album version, I think.
So I gotta ask you, the 30-something short versions out there that you originally had pitched, where are those now?
Well, a few of them ended up as one of them ended up becoming a song on the album Death Express, and a couple of the short ones became short interludes and things. So some of them did get used. Yeah, but I haven't listened to them all in such a long time. I've got them all somewhere, but
So I got the $1 million idea for you. What you need to do is you need to do the B-side album with Better Call Saul and
the
all
rejects,
the alternate beginnings and endings. I think the fans of the show would clamor for this stuff. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, they're all there somewhere. Yeah, we recorded we did 29 in the end. But because they're only 20 seconds, it'd be a pretty short record, Yeah, maybe we'll release them one day.
Because I don't know if you're aware or not. I'm pretty sure you are, but how big this song impacted North America. Like, it's played a lot on the radio. It's so many people's ringtones. It's ridiculous.
Well, we get tagged in, I think, as the band, a lot of people playing it, playing the guitar theme, not just on guitars, playing it on, we've seen people play it on ukuleles, on pianos, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. It's not something that we could have ever imagined. Yeah, it's been really good. It's the thing we're best known for, I'd say.
and on YouTube, you actually show people how to play it.
Yeah, I did a little tutorial. Yeah, on how to play it. It was one of the first things I filmed, actually. You know, for Instagram or something. We put it on YouTube. Yeah, it's quite simple. If you've been playing guitar for a little while, it's pretty simple.
So Barrie, can you picture yourself like 70, 80 years old with the walker going on stage and singing it for the 10,000th time? You good with that?
Hopefully I won't need the walker.
Okay, 95.
Yeah, doing cartwheels, yeah, with his guitar. That might be better.
I always marvel because, people said to me, someone who has a song where it's their hit single and, they got to play it on every encore and everything. I wonder if they get sick of it. I'm like, you know what? When it generates money, no, you never get sick of that, I don't think. And
I
also,
don't know. Some people do, though, don't they? Some people, really begrudge playing their biggest hits sometimes. I don't know, for various reasons. I mean, I still like that theme, so that's all right. But, some songs I wrote years ago, I'm a bit like, oh, I don't really fancy playing that now. Maybe my mind will change in years to come.
I was going to ask you, like, what is your relationship with this song? If you walk into a record store or it comes playing on the radio, what goes through your mind? How do you feel about it?
I've not heard it that much when I've been out and about, to be honest, but it's, yeah, I mean, it's a good feeling. I mean, yeah, it's hard to describe, really. I never thought I'd see so many people playing something that I've written. It's from all over the world. It's it's incredible. It's a good feeling.
Are you a fan of the show? Did you watch the show?
Yeah, I haven't seen the final season though at all yet. But yeah, it's an incredible show. Because when I spoke to Thomas, the music director, the first thing he said to me is, "So you've seen Breaking Bad, right?" And I just had to go, "No." I had to be honest because I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Because I thought if I say yes, I'm going to get caught out at some point trying to wing it. So I just said no, and he said that's fine. He told me a bit about the story. So my plan is I'm going to watch the final season of Saul, and then I'm going to watch Breaking Bad and watch it in order. But it's one thing getting a theme for a successful TV show, but when it's a show as good as that, it makes it even better. That you could do a theme for a show that's so well written and so well shot and brilliantly acted.
I gotta tell you, I watched Better Call Saul first, then I went to go watch Breaking Bad.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do.
And they're talking about a whole bunch of spinoffs right now. Like there's a whole bunch of theories going on who's gonna get the spinoff show, and some of the actors have come out and kind of leaked a little bit and like suggested some things. So this is a franchise that I can't see it going away. But the glue of it was Saul, his magnetic personality. And every time that theme song comes on with the whole and the picture always changes depending on what the scene is for that particular episode or that season. So it's never the same, but it always comes with that song, and it just has that close knit like that. I can't picture that show without that song. Like you're always gonna be in television history because of that.
Oh, that's nice, man. Yeah, it's such a good show though. It's quite an addictive show to watch. So I think when I start watching this final season, I'm probably going to end up watching it all in one go because it's really hard to stop once you start. It sort of sucks you in, doesn't it?
The last season, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it was incredible. Every episode was actually like it built up, but man, you have to watch it. And just to let you know, if it's going a little slow, they are building up into something. So don't worry, it's coming.
But there seem to be parts like that in the previous seasons as well, where sometimes it would move slower in certain parts of the story, but sort of the momentum of the storyline changed, I felt like, in the other seasons as well. So yeah, I can't wait to see it.